Please be sure to watch these in chronological order, because there's some setup and explaining to what's going on here.
Well, the energy goes up to my head. I do feel, though, my feet and my knees, especially. I feel my knees with this one more than any of them. Makes me feel very present. There's a slight jittery, I don't know if jittery is the right word, but just like this, little, like that.
Like a jiggle or a vibrate or...
Yeah, it's kind of vibrating.
Not necessarily a still.
No, yeah, it's not still.
How grounding.
It is grounding, though. I mean, well, you know what? It's kind of like there's the grounding that comes from, you know, this has been so fascinating. There's the grounding that comes from, like, just, it's like hematite, you know, that whether you want it or not,
kink.
You're going to sink like lead. And then there's grounding that comes from having an exchange with the earth, where energy from you is going down, energy from the earth is coming up. And then there's just that experience where yeah, I feel my knees more with this than I do the other ones for some reason. And it's a nice feeling. It doesn't feel like you're being buried in the earth.
Okay, cool.
Do you know what I mean? Like buried, like...
Yes. You're stable, solid, low to the ground, but not in the ground.
Mm.
So, does that one feel like it has a Christ consciousness?
Nothing came up with it like that.
That's my hair.
Ah, sorry. Well, that just tells me that you have really alive knees.
Cool. I'm going places, man.
You're going places. That's right.
Wow.
And you have awareness of your knees and your knees.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, you could get a little frenetic. You get passionate. I have the same thing where you get passionate, exploring and trying to find, discover your world. You're not a passive observer by any means.
No, not at all. No, I am not. Alright. Number 17.
This one's kind of bizarre. It's kind of static. Things are opening up a little bit, but it's this is not a very outgoing stone. That's
Cool.
all I can say.
Alright, rock on. Okay. That is my hair and female human hair.
Do you have any relationships going on right now?
No. Well, how does that key in?
I was just like...
Not outgoing?
Like... Well, you're definitely outgoing with me, and I would imagine, I've seen you with other people.
I am outgoing, I know
You're
that.
totally outgoing. But it was kind of like, nothing's happening here. I don't even mean it's like sexually, but it was just like nothing's happening here, like it was weird. Like...
I could apply that to...
progression.
I could apply that to me and my lifestyle, because there are times when I just feel like there's nothing happening, nothing coming through, and I'm just powerless, can't do anything. For some reason that comes up often.
Oh, yeah, sorry to shine that in your head.
No, it's all good. But,
yeah.
That is a regular, habitual pattern for me, and I catch myself getting in and out of it. But, it's always kind of, I think it's...
But it was interesting that it was with the female hair. Oh, and is that Linda's hair?
Yes.
That explains it.
What do you mean?
That's so interesting, because, all right, when it was your hair with, what was your hair with the other one?
No, mine was mine alone.
Yours alone. Yours alone was a beat.
Okay.
But Linda's energy, how I feel Linda's energy through her hair.
And you know Linda? Or?
I don't know Linda at all.
Okay.
But it's like, she you know, she's, let's just say she's merging with the earth.
Okay.
And so, so she's very much at peace.
Yeah. Well, you're starting to be able to identify personal attributes. Kind of.
So, yeah, that was all there. So when you combined your energy with Linda's, it brought your energy down a notch. That was interesting, too.
Okay.
That you were like, you know, like, oh yeah, if I'm not aware, I can go into that place of feeling static.
Oh, crap.
Interesting. I really like to meet Linda now to see if
She is magnificent. Well, I have my birth mom and then I have my spirit mom.
And she's your spirit mom?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
This opens up my left side again. Just
Okay.
curious. Does it have the tree bark in it?
Nope.
Okay. For some reason it opens up my left side. Kind of quiet. It doesn't seem to be like really powerful, like connecting with the earth, either being pulled into it or in connection with it, or using it as a launch pad. It has a slightly static sense, but not as static as the other one. But very, very, very slightly. You know, it's almost like you might think it's static, or you might think it's kind of peaceful. It's, a little bit of both, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ants.
Ants!
Fire ants.
But I think they're pretty frenetic, aren't they?
Well, that almost static but not quite. Imagine an army of ants.
Wow.
You know, and imagine the constant moving of ants.
Yeah.
The shuffling around.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And you don't really have an identity.
Yeah. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Wow. Wow.
That's weird. So you just, like, put ants in and cook them?
No, you don't cook. You just need the shells, the bone, marrow, the DNA.
Oh my god, wow.
DNA is a more refined crystalline structure than quartz.
Wow.
Crystals do things. Quartz is a necessity, but all this other stuff I'm experimenting with does different stuff.
How interesting. Alright, let's give this one a go.
Cool, number 19.
And we have 20, right?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, this opens up the chest area. And also I feel my feet. You know, it's, I feel my chest, I feel my feet. It feels light. It feels happy, but not, you know, not like crazy happy, but just, you know, pleasant. Feels solid. It doesn't have that intense, you know, intense drive, but it doesn't have intense drive, but it's comfortable, maybe like comfortable. Yeah, and that's where it's kind of like comfortable in a good sense, maybe comfortable in this, could be, where it's too good, if that makes sense. But it doesn't feel, I don't know how to explain it.
It's like the perfect medium between something that doesn't have a medium. How's that? Does that explain it?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that would explain it. And I think there's like an Indian guy that was trying to communicate with me, because I saw like this Indian with.
Do you mean because of this piece or just timing?
Oh no, yeah, it was. I don't know which one it was. He was wearing a white just glorious white suit, and it was kind of fringe.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was a strong guy. He was a big man, like. Ooh.
Oh, it's going to drive me nuts if, I don't know if that's because of the Orgonite or if it's just something that needed to happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
Would you try it again?
Yeah. Yeah.
See if the Indian comes back?
Yeah, I can connect with him for his energy. Yeah.
What the fuck?
And actually, when I connect with it, the purity that's in it comes through. Yeah, it's very peaceful. Wow, this Indian guy is really awesome. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. That was my attempt to combine air, earth, fire, and water.
Oh.
Alright? For fire, I got the ants. For earth, I got the Palo Santo. For air, I got the hawk feathers. And for water, I got seashells.
Wow.
Wow.
There was an emotional quality of being nurtured with this one.
Really?
Yeah, I actually saw him, and he was kind of like patting my hair, and it was very interesting because he was really strong. Like, tough. I am tough man, and yet he was very,
cool.
very tender being, So he could switch. He could go from either one. He was like a protector. He was a real big protector, and yet a tender protector, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So he'd be he's got you covered. He's got your I don't know, there's a cliche. He's there to help you, take care of you, and yet it's actually, this is really amazing because he has this, he's incredibly masculine, protective, and yet he can become extremely nurturing and tender. So this, mother, father, he can be both, mothering and fathering at the same time.
Yeah.
Or not at the same time, but like switch effortlessly.
Gotcha.
So it's not like the dog and the squirrel. Like
okay.
this.
Okay.
It's like he can be those two poles and still
be where he needs to be within
is.
that balance.
Totally.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a very interesting one. That's a really good one.
Thank you. It is the air, earth, fire, and water combination.